amazing sometimes how we can work for 3 years on all of a sudden today that it all kind of clicked in where you could ask the question first and then you can hear the response and it can go in there. And that sometimes it takes that amount of time. What did you learn? Yeah, that's what I tried to get you, and it was interesting because you're the only newcomer that I actually said something to in the cage, and I actually forgot. I just said it to you because I was leaving everybody else alone and just letting them hit. You were the only guy, but it was interesting because you're one of the very few guys I've ever said something to like that, and you looked at me and you digested it, and then before you took the next swing, you wanted to feel what it felt like, and you. It was fun for me to see that because it wasn't, you didn't just go, oh yeah, you went, you looked at me like, what is he asking me to do, and how do I do that, and how does that feel, and now how do I make that word? And it threw you off a little bit because it was different, but that's the exact approach that you want to have if you want to actually get to that point. You want to come as a blank sheet. The other thing you said to me today that was great is you were like, hey, I'm ready for criticism. And basically, to me, what that meant is, hey, go ahead. If you want to work with me, work with me. Don't feel like you can't. Where that was great, but my point is, how do we get better? So I'm ready for you to make me better, not ready for you to criticize me. And sometimes maybe that's the way that we look at it, but we got to figure out, there'll be days for criticism, and then we'll turn criticism into great stuff. There's other days where it's like, all right, how do we work together? Like me and Mike worked together on getting the top hand all the way there. Indy asked me a question, said, hey, what do you think about the two hands? And I said, I think it's wonderful. Just don't hold on just to hold on. Work with both hands. And then you're at that point. The biggest thing I saw with D today is everyone's been grinding on him about his stride, and I saw it last week when you were hitting out here on your own. You kind of changed the leg kick. And it was like, well, there was enough criticism from everybody saying, well, if you get the front foot down, you'd be a great hitter. You know that. And so you were like, well, let me test that a little bit. And you tested it, and it really didn't take anything away from you. It gave you more power even here in the gap because you were on time. And it really helped you square the ball up going the other way. And it was like, now can you get the confidence with that stride to where it works for you? The same thing for you, like, can you understand that concept enough to where it works for you, or is it too big of a change? And that's where we need to get to first, as soon as we make that step. So now when you go upstairs, take some notes, man. Take some notes, understand what you learned today, so that you can move forward the next time. And you got to get in the habit of doing that. As soon as you get up there today, if you sit down and you write yourself one sentence, one line, one word, one paragraph, however you want to do it, something in your book today that made you better that you can build on when you come back out here next time.